Oh, I have cat autofocus on. What's up guys, I got a brand new video for you today, and today we're shooting with the new A7RV, shooting with Stella. We're gonna try all the subject tracking, we've got eye detection, we've got pose estimation, we got all this crazy stuff in the new AI system, so let's check it out. Yes, there isn't. You literally can't mess up the autofocus on this camera, it's crazy. Okay, hold that, I'm gonna get down really low. I love that angle. Oh, we got so many tilting. 2, 1. And then bring this foot back out so I can see it, yeah. Actually, it was cool when you had it back right there, yep. Love that. One more with the hat tilt up, but turn your head off to your left. So one of the new features that's pretty awesome about the new A7RV is the new flip rotating screen. So we've got the articulating screen for all the video shooters, but then we also have the flip out tilty screen, which is great for photography because a lot of people like to shoot down here. So I know a lot of photographers prefer to have the tilt screen versus the flip screen. Now everybody's happy. So the A7RV has a 61 megapixel full frame backside illuminated sensor. It's had a little bit of a body redesign over the previous version. It's now similar to the A7 IV with the photo, video, and S&Q toggle, as well as an unlabeled dial on the far right that you can actually program to whatever you want. And it also takes CF Express A cards as well as UHS 2 cards. I think the lighting will be better on this side because the sun's gonna hit you. Well, sun is gonna hit you from this side. Ooh, I love that. Hold that one more time. One more of those, that's dope. Nice. Definitely got it there. I'm just shooting in medium. But we could shoot it, we could crank it up to high if we want to do like a walk down through. Too cold, it's too dang cold out here. Yeah, so the camera will do 10 frames per second in compressed RAW or JPEG. And then it only does around like 6 to 7 frames per second in uncompressed RAW. So we'll shoot some compressed RAW just so we can get the fastest we can out of it. So we're going to high plus. Oh yeah, you also have the option to shoot large, medium, and small RAW files too. Okay, ready? Go for it. That sounds more like we got some speed. Yeah, that was 40 photos. So the buffer's pretty good on this camera. I have the CF Express A card in it, which is gonna give me obviously a way faster buffer. But I haven't held it down long enough to see how long it could actually go. Oh, I hit the buffer. When shooting uncompressed RAW plus JPEG, I got around 65 shots till I hit the buffer. When I shot JPEG only, it could go forever. And compressed RAW on its own, I got around 600 frames, and that's to a CF Express A card. Now, the biggest feature of this camera is the new dedicated AI processor just for autofocus, like pose estimation, subject tracking, face detection, eye detection, human, bird, animal, insect, car, plane, everything you can think of, it can do it. The thing is, the A7R4 could also track a train. You'd have to use the tracking spot. But now it like draws a box around the train like it would if it was like an eye. I don't know if that makes it more reliable for autofocus on stuff like that. And I also don't know who's shooting trains. I know people shoot cars. Yeah. Like car photography is huge, bird photography is huge, but trains and bugs are kind of a niche thing, right? Yeah, so all of the new tracking modes are actually also available in video. So you got the plane, car, bug, human, everything in video. And that also wasn't in the A7R4. It's not in any Sony camera actually, other than just bird, animal, and human, right? I think. You're giving me some good poses over there. I just look over, you're like,
I need to stay warm poses.
now I showed this off on Instagram when I was in New York, but it now has subject recognition where you can program a face into its memory just for video. And it's pretty cool. You can do it the same way you would with photos, but now it works in video. Okay, so register the face.
Okay, now we're good.
Yeah, we select the face. Yeah. So come closer, Milos. You can even come over this way a bit more. So it does jump to your face, but only when you're filling the entire frame. Yeah. So normally what it would do, if we didn't have your face registered, is it would focus on whoever's closest to camera, right? Yeah, it's working pretty good. Cool. All right. That was a good test. If you're coming from an older Sony camera, this has a completely redesigned brand new touchscreen menu that's actually newer than the newest menu, so it has a lot more features that some of the older cameras have. This camera does shoot 8K video, 10-bit, it's 420, it has a 1.2 times crop, and it can also do RAW 16-bit through the HDMI as well, which is pretty awesome. They've also added focus breathing compensation, which is amazing, and they have a new UI layout for the video like the FX3, FX30, where there's less stuff over top of your video. So not only does the camera shoot 8K 24 frames per second, but it also shoots 4K 60, 10-bit 422. It also has a 1.2 times crop. It is pixel bin, but it does look pretty good still. This is Sony's best in-body stabilization. It's 8 stops of stabilization, which looks pretty good, especially when you're using active stabilization. I'm showing it here in Catalyst Browse without any active stabilization, just to kind of show you what it looks like, and then after, when it's stabilized, how good it is. I was pretty impressed with the image stabilization on this shot here. This was me just statically holding and panning the camera around on the Brooklyn Bridge here. You can see how good it looks, and this is probably the best case scenario for this IBIS, but it is a huge improvement over any other Sony camera. Okay, go for it. One more. Nice. Ooh, I like off the back shoulder. Let's not flip it out anymore. Let's just have like a nice cut down through, yeah. Go back to where your arms were on the railing. Just relax, kind of. Let one arm down. Yeah. I love the looking off the shoulder down that way. Lighting's a lot nicer. Tilt the hat up just a little bit. Oh, I have cat autofocus on. I'm gonna switch this into wide so it can really show how good it is at eye detection. Can you get one just looking straight on, like a side profile? I want to try and get the light to come down through on this side of your face. Yeah. Bring your hands in close to your collar again. Yeah. Okay, ready? Man, I love shooting with this camera. I think I'm gonna have to sell my A7 IV. That's ISO 6400. I'm gonna go to ISO 3200. When it comes to high ISO performance, it's gonna perform pretty similar to the A7R4 because they're pretty much the same sensor. This just has a newer processing engine, so it's gonna do a little bit better job at color as well as noise at the higher ISOs. But from what I could tell, right as soon as you get up to 12,800, the color starts to shift. You can see it in the skin tone here. but otherwise it's doing a pretty good job. All right, so I'm at the part of the video where I tell you about the things I like and dislike, and there's not much to dislike about this camera. Sony knocked it out of the park. The only thing I would say is it's maybe not the fastest when it comes to burst rate. It can only do 10 frames per second, and that's when you're doing compressed RAW. So the burst rate is not that fast. So if you're looking for a sports camera, obviously you should go with the A1 because that's still the fastest camera. And outside of that, maybe the rolling shutter in 8K is not that great, and that's just the nature of this sensor. It can't read out that fast. But outside of that, it's an insane camera. Like the autofocus detection, the subject tracking, the pose estimation, all that stuff is amazing. And I also love this flip screen, flip tilt screen. Can't go wrong with that. And I think that Sony needs to put that in pretty much every camera moving forward. And one other thing they updated on this over the A7 IV is the record time. So that camera had unlimited record time. This has unlimited recording. I did not try unlimited recording in 8K because I know it has, an overheating issue, but they rated it at 30 minutes of 8K, and I've seen other reviews say they've got over an hour. So it just depends on the ambient temperature. I think that you're going to be able to shoot 4K pretty much forever on this thing. It's got the same heat sink inside of it that the A7S III has. So, all right, so that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Thanks to Stella for modeling and Milos for shooting behind the scenes. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you dislike this video, give it a thumbs down twice. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't worry, there'll be a few more videos out on this camera.
Twist it back.
Twist it.
Twist it back.
There was one. Twist it. Pop it.
Bop it. Shake it.
Bye guys. Good shoot today.
It's true.
Still make me laugh. It's so shaky. It's so shaky. I actually have some photography. My mouth is frozen.
Hi guys, I'm Lee. I'm a photographer. Отпусти, Завитz, что прошло, уж не вернусь.